Greetings to everybody. In this video, I'd like to cover my approach towards the psychology tests which are conducted in the service selection board. My approach and a little few things which have helped me do good in these tests, right? So before that, I hope everyone does their research of, especially the freshers who will be giving the SSB for the first time. Before watching this video, please be aware of what the psychology tests are comprised of. Comprises of 4 tests: the thematic apperception test, word association test, situation reaction test, and the self description test. So please be aware of what these tests are and how they're conducted, and then come back to this video. Repeaters obviously are aware of this process, so they may as well continue watching this video. So what is my approach towards the psychology tests? Before going to the SSB, it is very important that one is self-aware of their qualities, their personalities, strengths, weaknesses, whatever they're capable of, whatever they're capable not of, right? All these things. So self-awareness is extremely important before we attempt all these tests. Self-awareness helps us do good in all these tests. So my approach towards the psychology test is very simple, very natural. I am aware of the things I can do and the things I cannot do. I am aware of all my past experiences, what I have done. So those memories are fresh in my mind. So I utilize these memories in these tests. I'll tell you how. I keep a very positive approach towards these tests, right? So I'll get to what I mean by a positive approach. And I also keep it very simple, and I keep it an honest approach. Jo hai wo hai. I do not try to impress the assessors or try to impress anybody by attending these tests by being something I'm not. I'm aware of my capabilities, so based on that I give these tests. I'll give examples regarding the same. So keep it very simple and honest. Honest and simple approach is the best approach, and it is the best way to display all the qualities which you already have. And when you're yourself and you do not try to be something else or act something different, when you don't do that, it becomes easier for the assessor to judge your personality and assess all the officer like qualities or whatever is required for the forces. So keep your approach honest and simple is what I believe. Starting with the thematic apperception test. So it is the first psychology test which is conducted. I am assuming that you all are aware of how it is conducted and what is conducted, right? So how do I practice for the TAT tests? Basically, I practice all the themes first. So basically you're shown pictures and you're supposed to write stories based on that. So we repeaters usually are already aware of what kind of pictures are shown. Freshers, if not aware, go on YouTube or any channel and you'll find what kind of pictures are shown. Go on Google, right? So lots of images like cycling, rock climbing, NCC training, somebody drowning, car accident, family gathering, whatever it is. So what I do is when at home, I used to practice theme writing. I used to not write the entire stories, but I used to write themes. Say, for example, cycling expedition. So I have been an adventure enthusiast, so I know cycling में क्या क्या है, rock climbing में क्या क्या है. So I used to just write the themes कि cycling में ये events होते हैं, ऐसे challenges आ सकते हैं, challenges को ऐसे overcome करते हैं, इतने सारे competitions होते हैं, उसमें ऐसे part ले सकते हैं, and how would I organize a cycling expedition? All the equipment required, comma karke I used to write the entire theme. So when in the actual test, I used to just recall the theme and I used to write the story. Same for rock climbing. Rock climbing में क्या क्या होता है, bouldering होता है, अलग different types of grips होता है, equipment, ropes, वो सब होता है. So I used to write a theme based on how would I organize a rock climbing expedition, mountaineering क्या क्या होता है, उसके बाद क्या कर सकते हैं और कौन से courses होते हैं, all these themes. अगर कार एक्सीडेंट है तो कार एक्सीडेंट के सीन में क्या क्या होता है, कॉल द एम्बुलेंस, इन्फॉर्म द पुलिस, इन्फॉर्म द फैमिली, गिव फर्स्ट एड, वट एवर इट इज। ड्राउनिंग है तो ड्राउनिंग पहले कैसे उसको बाहर निकालना है, एंड देन कैसे उसको हेल्प करना है सो दैट द चैलेंज इज ओवरकम। सो आई यूज्ड टू जस्ट राइट द थीम्स कॉमा कॉमा करके मेन मेन पॉइंट्स लिखता था, एंड देन व्हेन आई यूज्ड टू राइट द एक्चुअल स्टोरी मुझे ये थीम्स याद आती थी, एंड देन आई यूज्ड टू इजीली राइट दिस। So like I mentioned, cycling, rock climbing, whatever. So when you see a picture, if you've experienced that situation before, you'll recall your past experience. So that is, I think, the best thing. So I relate it to my past events because I've already done it. मैंने वो already किया है, तो it's fresh in my memory कि इस situation में ऐसे ऐसे होता है, ऐसे ऐसे कर सकते हैं. So I do try to relate my TAT stories to my life and my past experiences. That really helps me because I've already done it. So the story is original and it's natural, and I believe it becomes good. Other thing is, whenever you see a picture, it is very important that you don't hesitate to write a certain story. अगर कुछ simple दिमाग में आ रहा है तो it is okay, it's fine. Your story need not always be something extraordinary or very heroic or something like that. Whatever comes to your mind, stick to that and write a good story based on that. As far as it is logical, कि पिक्चर में जो दिख रहा है उतना ही लिखो. अगर बोट वोट दिख रहा है तो डोंट राइट एरोप्लेन और समथिंग लाइक दैट. कीप इट वेरी लॉजिकल. आपकी स्टोरी पढ़ के एसेसर को पिक्चर इमेजिन होनी चाहिए. So that is how your story should be. It should be completely matching with the picture, right? Focus on that. And whatever comes to your mind, do not hesitate. If you hesitate, it compromises your natural self. It compromises the natural qualities or natural thought process you have. So do not hesitate. Whatever comes to your mind, it should be logical. Stick to that. Stories need not anytime be very extraordinary or something. Story should match with your personality. It should match with your thought process, right? It should be matching. And as far as it, like I said, matches with your personality, and as far as some leadership qualities are seen in the picture, I think it is good enough, uh, is what I have learned. TAT mein, there's one more thing. They give you simple instructions. Make good use of these instructions. So they tell you 6 things: what led to the situation, what is happening, and what is the likely outcome. 3 things. Also, write the feelings, thoughts, and actions perceived by you of the main characters in the story. So you're told these 6 things, and these things are for our benefit. So make good use of these instructions and then write a story. That really helps. One more thing, do not write stories for their thing, keeping having in mind कि assessors को अच्छी लगनी चाहिए या it should be very, no. Write stories with which you're happy. Be satisfied with your own story. Focus only on that. Do not worry about the assessors. You should be happy with your stories. That, I think, should be your focus. So this is the same scene, say for the first 11 pictures that are displayed. All those who are aware, 12th is a blank story. 12th slide is a blank story. Now, since we already are aware that the blank story is going to be there, so I used to always go prepared for the blank story. So how do we utilize this blank story? So it is to display our best of qualities, our biggest achievement in life, our biggest adventure in life, something that makes us extremely happy, or something that we are very, very proud of. And yeah, so something which you would like the assessor to know about you, some quality of yours, some experience of yours. So that is how I believe I used to utilize my blank story. I used to write my most adventurous experience. Then after that, when I got selected, I'm saying the 4 times I got selected, I used to write my most adventurous experience of the cycling expedition. After that, I wrote something which made me really happy in life. That after my recommendation, how I tried to help my comrades, juniors, and other friends, SSB friends, to give these attempts. So I wrote that. So I think that is all for the thematic apperception test. Then in the psychology test is the WAT, the word association test. Even in this, simple instructions that express your feelings, thoughts, and actions of the word which is displayed, right? So keeping these instructions in mind, it is very easy. Uh, we had only 15 seconds for a word. So in 15 seconds, we need to look at the word, think of it, and then write a sentence. So think as soon as possible and keep it simple. Do not hesitate. जो मन में आ रहा है उसको लिख दो. Whatever you write, I believe, should be expressing some quality trait of your personality to the assessor. These tests are meant for the assessors to analyze your personality. So I'll just give you an example. Say if the word east is displayed, so sun rises from the east. If I write that, what does it tell about me? It tells nothing about me. It's just a generic statement. It tells nothing about me. So it need not be very extraordinary. So for east, what I would have written is witnessing the sun rising from the east is blissful. So it's not a generic statement. It is what I think about the world. It is ki, okay, Sarvesh thinks ki this is very blissful. So he is probably outgoing. He is probably nature enthusiast, adventure enthusiast, likes to witness nature, anything. Little things. It's a very simple statement, but it tells something about my personality. So I believe the approach towards WAT test should be that it should tell something about your personality. It need not be for all the 60 words. It is not possible that you always display some quality of yours, but I think it should be for the maximum of words. Also, there will be negative words displayed like blood, war, murder, something like that. So try to keep a positive approach. How blood donation, murder. I would have written the best police forces avoid murders in their locality. So it is something which I think about the world, and I gave it a positive approach. So that is what word, and keep it short and very crisp as possible, because it is not an essay writing or a sentence writing test. It is just that word and what you think about the word. So keep it as short as possible because you have less time, 15 seconds per word. Also, at times it may happen. One trick I used to use, at times it may happen if you skip, say, the 11th word. So after every 15 words, 15 words, I think, yeah, 15 or 20 words. So there is a blank slide. So in the blank slide, also you get 15 seconds to turn over the page and write. So what I used to do is if I skipped the 11th word, say, so I used to just write on my hand 11 word appreciate. When I get 15 seconds to turn over the page, in that I used to write the sentence, utilize that time. It's not illegal. You can do that, utilize your time and then turn over. That is one trick I used to use. So probably it may benefit some of you all as well. And also at times it may happen that you do not know the meaning of the word. It's okay. Then do not write a sentence. I used to not write any sentence if I didn't know any meaning. I used to keep it blank. Or a few of my friends also wrote ki not aware of the meaning, and even they have been selected. So just be yourself. Whatever you think is right, you can use that approach for the WAT. Now, in this specific case, when you miss a word. So I think WAT, I think that's enough. That's all I used to do. And I did not practice for WAT. All I did was practice fast writing. I used to do that. So it is very important in these tests that it is eligible. So unless your handwriting is readable to the assessor, they're not going to be able to judge your personality. So ensure that whatever you're writing is eligible, readable. So then is the situation reaction test. I'm assuming you all are aware of how the tests are conducted and what is asked. So in this, I keep a very practical approach, very simple approach. I keep it very short and crisp, and I ensure that whatever situation I'm attempting, I complete the situation. mentioning all the actions and everything. In the end, I ensure that I complete it, right? Like I mentioned in the beginning of this session, it is very important you be aware, self-aware. So this is especially where you require this, because when you're aware of your abilities and capabilities, basis of that, you take actions in life in specific situation. Say, for example, man drowning and you save him and you take him out. So now I do not know how to give a CPR or a first aid. So I don't write that. Give CPR, give. I can't do that. So I'm not gonna write it. I'd rather say I save him, get help, uh, do something. Call the fisherman or whoever villager who is nearby. They're usually aware of how to give CPR and all. Take their help, then take to rescue. So I do not write things which I am not capable of doing. Also, SRT again is not a grammar test or an essay writing test. Keep it very short and crisp, but also keep in mind that you complete it, because uh, it is just to check your stimulus or your reactions and actions in specific situations. So if you keep it short and crisp, I believe you can cover more situations. Even the assessor tells you that try to attempt as many as possible, but also ensure that you complete any SRT you attempt. In between, I believe it is not okay to skip any SRT. So if there will be SRTs where you'll be in thought, what shall be done in this situation? Be very honest to yourself, right? And then attempt it. But do not leave any SRT in between blank. What I believe it shows is that you're running away from the situation, that you're not able to face this situation and you're just running away from the situation. Do not do that. I believe that is not a good approach, in my belief. At times there will be, I'll give one example. I got a situation ki you are the school prefect and your friend suddenly go on a French leave. What will you do? In this case, I was not aware of what French leave is. Later I got to know that it is sort of a bunking or something like that. I didn't know, and it was the second SRT in my test, so I didn't want to skip it because I knew it's not a good approach. So what do? I gave it a thought कि ऐसे situation में French leave क्या हो सकता है? So it basically is something wrong. Being a prefect, your friends are doing something, it's wrong. So I just gave it a simple explanation कि I'll confront my friends and ensure they don't do it again. So simple approach. So you need to be, I think, spontaneous also when it comes to these tests at times. Then is the self description test, the fourth test, and it is, I believe it is an extremely important test. Like I mentioned, one should be self aware. This is where it is tested. So in psychology test, the first three tests, TAT, WAT, SRT, from these tests the assessor gets an idea about your personality, your qualities, your traits. They get an idea. Now self description is to know how aware are you of yourself, all these personality traits, positives, negatives, whatever you have in you. So this is to see how much one knows about themselves. Self awareness is the key. It is extremely important. So we already know that self description is asked, so why not practice for it? What I used to do is I had already asked my parents, teachers, friends about what they think about me, all the good things, something which they think I can improve upon. Same for myself. I analyze my capabilities, abilities, positives, weaknesses, all that. 5 questions are there. So it is good, I think, to be prepared, because by that time you already are tired writing all these tests. It is a 4 test. So if you practice for it, then it's better. You recall SD quick and then you're able to write it quick, because you have 15 minutes to answer all these 5 questions. It is basically to see if we are aware, who am I, what are my capabilities, and everything like that. So, and the fifth question is basically, what kind of a person do you want to become? Now, what I used to do is in these tests, uh, like I said, I approached my close members, asked them about what they think about me and all. So in parents, I'll just share with you all how I used to write my self description. I'll just give you one example. In parents, I used to write, my parents think that I am kind and compassionate because I take part in various NGOs and volunteer in various NGOs, and I also take care of 14 stray dogs in my colony. So I mentioned a quality, and I also mentioned because why do they think I have this quality in me? In teachers, I used to write, my teachers believe that I'm a very good influence on others because I have brought about a drastic change in myself over the years, and they feel that I'm motivating and help everybody. So I gave an example. Friends, my friends think that I am very helpful and approachable because I'm always available for them no matter what, in whatever situation, and I help them in all my power, in all my capabilities. In my own, I used to write, I believe I have a very strong willpower because I am an adventure enthusiast, and throughout these years, I have learned that I never give up. So these things. Now, again, when it comes to negative points, say for teachers, they used to think that I should balance things, studies and extracurricular. I should balance this thing out. In friends, I used to write, my friends think that I'm very straightforward at times, and they believe that I can express my feelings and thoughts in better and kinder words, right? So what I used to do is, fifth question, what kind of a person do you want to become? इसमें मैं खुद का भी लिखता था. The kind of a person I want to become is, I want to go back to my school and college as a chief guest one day. So that is something I look up to. I want to do something big in life so that I am capable of going to my school and college again, right? Again, I used to add things which are negative in me, which my parents, friends, or myself have analyzed, or the teachers have analyzed. Like I said, the friends example, that I'm straightforward and I should be better at expressing myself. So in the fifth question, I used to write, I want to get better at expressing my feelings and thoughts uh, in kinder words or in better ways. So all the problems you stated before, give a solution to that in the fifth question. That is something which I did, and I think that should be the approach. That really helped me. Self description done. Now, one more thing is the PIQ form. So the PIQ form is given to you immediately after you screened in. PIQ form is an extremely important document. So you're giving in writing all your biodata kind of a thing, right? It is the first impression towards the psychologist, because even the psychologist receives your PIQ form. So it is very important that we be aware क्या क्या हमने किया है लाइफ में. Be honest कि ठीक है भाई यही किया है. Do not write unnecessary things. Do not try to impress by writing extra in your PIQ form, because everything you write in the PIQ form will be cross-checked through all the tests, all the personality judged by them. Even in the personal interview, they're going to cross-check with you, right? So be honest, do not lie. And based on all these psychology tests, psychology gets an idea about you, and then they look at your PIQ and they try to match it. It should be matching. It should not be कि PIQ में इसकी personality ऐसी है, psych में कुछ अलग ही है. It should not be a contradictory. When there's a contradiction, there's a question mark, and then basically it's a no. That's why it's important that we be honest. It's very important that we be honest, right? So yeah, PIQ is something which also you can practice before going to the SSB. I used to always carry a copy of my PIQ to the SSB centers so that it will be easier for me to know. And it is at times it happens that y'all have played many sports in life, or done very various extracurricular activities in life and all. I think writing the latest things is important, because that is what, how you are 5 years before of you is more matching to you right now, instead of writing what you were 10 years before. So what I used to do is, sports, when it comes to sports and all, I used to just write what I've played in the last 5 years. Extracurriculars, I used to write my biggest achievements which I've done in the 5 years, and I used to write it in a descending order: 2021, 2020, 2018. That is how I used to write. So it is very important. For this, what we can do is, what I did is, I used to keep an autobiography of myself. Sixth standard onwards, what have I done in my life? All the games, sports, everything I've played, extracurriculars I have taken part in, my biggest achievements and everything. So I had a biodata autobiography of myself. It helped me write. It helped me identify, okay, I've done all these things in life. It made easier for me to write the PIQ form. So I think that is it. Psychology test and the PIQ, I think that's all. So if you all have any doubts or anything, any queries you all have, so do drop in the comment box, right? Last piece of advice is the same: be very natural, be very simple, be honest to yourself and to assessors. Be very honest. If you lie, you're caught, you're gone, you're dead. They won't take you. Do not lie, do not pretend to be something you're not. Be very honest. Keep a positive approach. It's very important that we keep a positive approach in life itself. If we have a positive approach in life, it is seen in all these tests. So, and it takes a few months if you want to practice all these things. Perform for your satisfaction. Do not go to impress the psychologist or the assessor. Perform only for your satisfaction. Until you're satisfied with the tests, they are not going to be satisfied with the tests. So focus on that. That's it. Thank you.